there, this is Snow City Tarot, and I have a pick a deck reading for you today. Today's topic is going to be, who will you date next? What will your next relationship be like, and who it will be with? Before I start, I just want to ask those who watch me pretty regularly, can you make sure that you're subscribed? Because I noticed that like 60% of my views and total watch time are from people that are not subscribed. And actually, a lot of my viewers are also searching my name. So that means that a lot of you aren't actually subscribed to the channel, but still want the updates and stuff. So, for some of you, if you aren't sure, you may want to double check, because sometimes YouTube does like a weird stealth subscribe that they'll put my updates on your feed like you're subscribed to me. And it gets really confusing because, you're not. I don't know why they do that when YouTube is a big numbers game and the numbers are important, but they're going to stealth subscribe people to me based on, what they're searching and what they want to watch, right? So I just want you guys to make sure that you're actually subscribed if you like my channel. Otherwise, the channel doesn't grow. It's really important if you like anybody on YouTube that you really like, you want to make sure that you interact with their videos, that you comment on them, that you subscribe to them. Even if you don't have anything to comment, just drop an emoji or something. The interaction between the viewer and the channel is critical if you want your favorite readers or just any content creators to thrive. You really got to do that. Otherwise, they just get disappeared, I guess, from the algorithm. So it's really, really important for you to do that. I have been trying to get to 8,000 subscribers for the last 2 years. So if you guys could give me a hand, that'd be really great. So anyway, with all that said, we're gonna go and start with deck 1. So yeah, that's this one here. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I'll start here. Hi, group 1. So who will you date next? What will your next relationship be like? Oh, that's a good sign. I got the 6 of Cups. I'm not going to say that this is like anything specifically, because it just fell out. Could be a mistake. But that could mean that, this is somebody that might be coming in from the past, or someone that you feel like you have a past life connection with. So let's take some cards here. Group 1. We'll just start, well, yeah, we can do more here, actually. I was like thinking I didn't have enough room, but maybe I do. Okay. Okie dokie. Let's take a look here. So, who is this person that you'll be dating next? Your next relationship? Well, I have the King of Swords to start. This is pretty strongly coming through as a person. So this is going to be some kind of analytical, intellectual person. They could be quite smart, very tactical. If we're looking for a zodiac sign that can show us that it is in Aquarius. However, I wouldn't rule out Libra or Gemini as well. This person is usually male or masculine in energy, but doesn't have to be. Everybody has their own story. But this person, they could be in the military is another thing. Because he carries a weapon, sometimes this can mean that this person's in the military, carries a gun, could be a police officer, could be anybody that works with blades. So a surgeon as well, could be a tattoo artist, even if it's because it's a needle. So this person could be into tattooing, could be a chef as well, because we have that chefs are very much connected to their knives. So this person could also be in the culinary world as well. But regardless of what they carry, this person's also quite intellectual, communicative, very smart, likes to learn, likes to talk, that sort of thing. In other cases too, by the way, this person could also be a lawyer, or a scientist or a doctor. If I mentioned surgeon. I think though that with this person, I feel like you're going to meet this person in a situation where they're on display. And so they could be at some kind of talk. If it's a conference, they could be a presenter. They could be also somebody that maybe, is in some kind of situation where all eyes are on them. Everybody's going to see them. This is the situation that you'll be meeting them in by these things here. So in some cases, if this person likes to entertain, they could be like an entertainer in some cases. Even if it's not their day job, they could be singing or dancing or playing an instrument or acting, so they could be into theater, community theater, that sort of thing, or comedy as well. That's another thing where all eyes are on them. But overall, though, I do have this center of attention with these two cards here. So this person is possibly going to be, demonstrating something or showing something off, and that's probably going to be how you meet them. So, so maybe some of you are in the audience, or maybe some of you are helping backstage, and you meet them that way as well. But it's possible that this person could be very well known. And this isn't necessarily saying that they'll be famous, but for some of you, they very well could be, there's like thousands of you watching probably. So, this person could be, famous, or whatever fame is, whatever famous is to you. So, if you're in like a situation where you, maybe present at conferences, this person could be like presenting some kind of lecture, and say they've written books and everyone's like, oh, I know who they are. So that's what I'm seeing there. Now, I think that the start of this type of relationship is going to actually be pretty good. I think that it's a good, positive place to be. This person is going to be in a state where they are confident in themselves. They will feel achieved, like they have achieved something. They'll feel happier. They'll feel, balanced, and their self-esteem will be good. So I don't think this person's going to be coming out of a place of damage when you meet them. I think that they'll be pretty well-rounded, happy with themselves. They might be a role model and they act like it. They want to, this person could be also very focused on their image. Not necessarily like how they look, but their reputation. So they may realize that they are center stage, and that people recognize them, and they want to be seen in the best possible light. For you, I think that you also are coming from a place that's pretty healthy, good self-esteem. So I think that maybe for some of you, you've been single for a while, and you've kind of like, brushed off any past heartache to the point where you don't even think about it anymore, and you're just ready to go forward in a really positive, happy, sort of optimistic way. So you're both going to be meeting it in this energy that you're both doing quite well. So there's no rebound, there's no codependency, there's none of that stuff. There's no insecurity. It's coming from like a really healthy place. So this is excellent. It's so funny though with you guys. Your impressions of each other are both pages. So I'm not really sure how to see this, because I see so much accomplishment up here, but down here with the pages, I'm seeing that the first impression that you both have of each other are that, you both might be, you both might be bashful a little bit. You both could be learning. You both could be students, or you both see each other as students, or it's possible that you guys see each other in like a younger light. Like you may see each other and think you're both younger than you are, if that makes any sense, because the pages can indicate youth. So you might meet this person and be like, I think this person's younger than me. They look a lot younger. They act a lot younger. I must be older than them. And it's like, this could be like a mutual thing because this is the first impressions. Other things though, is you both of you might do the same thing. We have two pages, and to me, this one's a writer, this one's a poet. So they're similar in that sense that, poetry and writing makes sense. One is more feeling, one is more thinking. One's more intuitive, the other's more practical. So that's possible as well. Your first impression might be that the person is very practical, studies hard, might be well-spoken or well-written, but still not necessarily showing them as a master of whatever it is that they do. So you may not see this person as a master of anything. You may think that they're good at things, but you don't get the impression that this person has got years and years and years of experience. And neither do they. When they see you, they think that you're much more creative, much more intuitive, much more sensitive, perhaps, at a glance when they first meet you. So they probably are going to treat you in a way that's very caring and kind and what's the word? Considerate. I think this person will be very considerate. I kind of want to take another card here. Can I clarify the Page of Cups? Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're going to see you as first impression as if somebody who's very sensitive, also very creative, though, because this is that card of emotions and psychicness and creativity and Neptunian themes all kind of go together, just based off of I guess it's universal hermetic principle or whatever. Yeah, so they'll see you maybe as somebody who's very intuitive, very creative, very sensitive. You may actually be presenting something to them as well, actually, because this can be an actual literal drink. So their first impression to you, for those of you that this might make sense, if say you're like a server, you could serve this person some kind of drink, and this is kind of backing this up too. However, if that's not something that you'll be running into, it could definitely be that this person is somehow witnessing your creativity or seeing your creativity and making a judgment based on that. Clarify the Page of Swords. The Ten of Wands. For how you'll see this person, it's your first impression of them is basically just going to be that this person is a hard worker, does a lot of work, writes a lot, possibly, or has a lot to say. You may think this person even talks too much, maybe, or not talks too much, more like maybe long-winded, or has a lot of explanations or a lot of knowledge on something and that's why you'd be seeing like 10 of Wands with this. That's kind of what I'm seeing with that one. Pros and cons. Pros of this connection are actually travel. You guys may actually travel a whole heck of a lot. You could actually move to a different location through this person. So, say you meet in some central point, and then after that, you guys might stay connected over long distance, but you might actually end up traveling to see them, or they may travel to see you. I personally no, I think you'll be traveling to see them because this is a pro for you, because I'm reading for you, not for them. So yeah, if you want to travel, this person's going to provide that travel. If you want to immigrate and move to another country, this is a good opportunity for that as well. This can actually talk about rapid immigration, like, okay, now we're moving to Canada, like that sort of thing. Or, hey, now we're moving to Japan. Like, it just almost, when things start moving, they might start moving really, really fast. With this guy here, that's for sure. You also may be very active together. So you could play a sport or participate in some kind of activity that's very active. So maybe you guys like climbing, or maybe you like swimming or caving or hiking or something like that. It looks pretty like you'll both enjoy this activity that you do together. That also could just say that you guys have a very passionate relationship in a very physical sense. So that you don't want to rule that out either. I can also see that. That this passion could also create a lot of creative energy too. Like this person could be very inspiring, and might actually motivate you to do new things, to try new things, to live life more completely. So it looks like it's actually like a pretty good relationship. I like the way this looks, to be honest, because it looks really healthy. It comes from a healthy place. The both of you have healthy images of the self, basically. And I feel like you guys are both well accomplished or established in some sort of way where you can take care of yourselves and you don't need to rely on somebody else for that. So nobody's going to be the ball and chain here. Nobody's going to be just dragged along. It does look very well balanced and healthy. As for the cons, though, there is the 8 of Pentacles. Personally, I don't really think this is a con, but I can see that maybe time might not be. There might be a lot of time spent at work, a lot of time spent working on something, chipping away at something. So if your person or you are like an author, this is you guys kind of locking your way in an office and writing. If this is, you have a very, intense job that you work long hours at, this is saying that you'll be working long hours. So it's going to be difficult maybe to see each other on a regular basis. Is this permanent? I don't think so, but can I check to see if, give me details on the 8 of Pentacles, please. 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups. Let me move this over. For 8 of Pentacles, the cons. Yeah, separation. That's all. It's like you want to be together, but you won't be able to all the time or as frequently as you'd like. But that's not entirely a bad thing. This may be something that kind of strengthens it, with like absence makes the heart grow fonder, but you guys have to also make sure to put in the effort to visit each other if you can. Not like be like, oh, I've been working all week. I'd like to see them, but I'm just so tired. Like you might actually have to make the effort in order to let this, survive in some kind of way. So it's going to be like that, but probably not forever. What's the potential for long term with this? What's the potential for long term? Page of Wands. Now, don't take this as gospel, because this is for so many people and you are not all the same, not by a long shot. So for some people, this may be the truth. For some people, this may not. And also, the future can be changed, so long-term potential isn't necessarily all on them. It's on you as well. So if you don't want to put in the effort, then no, there's no long-term potential. If you guys don't want to work together, no, there's no long-term potential. So even though I give you this card for long-term potential, it does not mean that it's not worth having or not worth experiencing, because it can have long-term potential if you want to put the work in. Relationships are not cruise control. You can't be on cruise control when you're in a relationship. If you do, that's how that falls apart. So this could say that maybe you guys get to a point where, it goes on cruise control. Or it's not as easy as you guys thought it would be. The long-term potential is a page. So that's kind of saying that the future is unclear here. It doesn't mean that it's doomed, but it does show that, maybe this relationship won't mature quite in the direction that you would hope it would, or in the same speed that you'd hope it would. So just keep that in mind. there's always potential here, especially looking at the rest of the reading, seeing how healthy it is. I would say that this is only going to be because of complacency. I wouldn't even say that there's any drama involved. It might just be complacency. But that's something that you can change, though. So just whenever you encounter this, if you do, just keep in mind that you got to put work in. Nothing's going to be easy. There is no soulmate connection that requires no maintenance, by the way. You're going to have to do the work. And you can screw a soulmate connection up. So just, keep that in mind. Yeah. Anyway. But this is what I see, and it looks pretty good, actually. I'm happy with this, and I think that you should be too, Group 1. Yeah. So anyway, thanks for watching. If you'd like to get a reading with me that's personalized to you, you can get me in my Etsy shop. My link to that is in the description box below. If you want to subscribe to my Instagram as well, I have been uploading daily videos there. So if that's something that you're interested in, having a daily kind of card pull, I've been doing that. It's on my Reels account on Instagram. So if that's something you like, you can get it there. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you like my content. I swear to God. check your subscriptions. If you guys notice that you're not subscribed to me, it's YouTube's fault that you've found me and not subscribed. So it's not your fault. It's YouTube's fault. But if you guys could check, because I know there's a lot of you watching and you're not subscribed. So if you could do that for me, that'd be awesome. Because I really want to make it to 8,000 by the end of the year. I'm like coming out of a hell of a year before this. So it would really make my day if you guys could help me get there. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to move on to Group 2. Hi, Group 2. This is for those of you that have picked the Universal... God, is it the Universal Fantasy Tarot? I don't know. Universal Fantasy Tarot. Let's take a look at who you will date next. Who will be your next relationship, please? Oh, hey, this one flipped out. Interesting. Oops. Okay. Let's take a look. So, this person who you will be dating next. Well, this person I think is going to be someone who likes pleasure. Luxury, maybe. They might be somebody who really enjoys sensual delights, we'll say, because we have this 9 of Cups as a descriptor for them. So this is somebody that may be also very happy, well off, and content with themselves, their life, and things like that. This person may not may be in good control of their emotions and may not take a lot for granted. They see what they have in life and they appreciate it. So I think that this is a pretty well-grounded person. This person may be prone to eat a lot or, maybe enjoy drinking. Not saying this person is going to be a drunk or an alcoholic or anything like that. But like when you guys go out, this person might be like, oh, it's Friday. I'm having fun. I'm eating everything. I'm drinking everything. It's Friday. That's kind of like they can keep it together for the whole week. But maybe towards the end of the week, they just put on the fat pants and watch the movie that you want to watch and drink whatever you want to drink, invite your friends over, have parties, that sort of thing. So I would describe the overall demeanor of this person is probably jolly. That's probably the best way to describe it is jolly, jovial, just good-natured, good-humored, and enjoys life, enjoys company, all that sort of stuff. Very positive, I think. So the way that I'm seeing this, though, I think that you may be meeting this person through There's a couple ways. This could be meeting somebody through work. This person could be your boss even, or you could be their boss. But this is also something where you could be meeting in some kind of like establishment, like, it's usually like an office building, like something big, like a big building. This can also be indicating mountain ranges or, some places where there's like big obstacles. And I'm saying this just because Emperor's here. And actually, I might get something special for you guys here. Hang on. I'm going to pull out the Lennies for you. Hang on. Is that everybody? That's everybody. Can we describe the Emperor? Give me one more card for the Emperor. Bear. Okay. There's something with power here. And that's why I was getting big buildings, powerful people, situations that are powerful. This can mean, though, that there's some kind of political leader at times, some kind of person that is guardianing, who is a guardian to something else. This could involve fathers or paternity. The situation you could be meeting them in could be surrounding paternity or a father. So you could be going to visit your father and bam, there this person is. Or this could be a situation where maybe you need to ask for help and this person is there to help. So because the Emperor and the Bear both have this in common, there is a protective nature here, but there's also a dominating nature as well. So you could be in some kind of situation where you are feeling disempowered perhaps, and this person might come along and help you. And I think that's probably the long and short of it is this person could just be powerful and you may not be feeling powerful and you may need help. Oh, I'm sorry. The Emperor's over here. What the heck am I was reading this upside down. I think that still counts here though. But there is a protective nature to the Hermit as well. This can be, that is so crazy. I don't know what my brain was thinking, like swapping these over. But I still think it counts because the Hermit is that guiding light. There is still a guardian aspect of the Hermit that you can get with the Bear. And there's a lot of strength behind this. And the Hermit is more like knowledge is power, but I also feel like this person is also powerful as well. So they might be very knowledgeable. They might also be very powerful, physically, or just, is the word clout, or just like personally, like there's some kind of like, they have some kind of, there's a special word for it. I guess reputation. We'll just say reputation. So this person might have a really good reputation, but it does look like this person could lead the way. You could still be in this position where you are not feeling empowered. You're feeling kind of maybe weakened in some sort of way, in the sense that maybe you don't know where you're going. Maybe you're lost. Maybe you left your keys in the car and you're having a freak out or something, and this person kind of saves the day. Like, oh no, this has happened to me before. Let me show you how to do it. That's kind of what I'm seeing here, because this Bear is like a guiding light, basically. So this person is probably guiding you in some kind of way. And I think you would like this, to be honest. I think you like having somebody kind of swoop you up and save you, because you've got the Emperor here as your energy coming out of something. So that might be like something you're used to. You might be more interested in traditional people. If you're in like a gender role situation where you're looking for a man and you are female, you may like traditional gender roles where, the man, has all the answers and can take care of you and do all these things. So, that might be your expectation, and that might also be the turn on here when you meet this person, is be like, oh, this person's so smart and responsible, which is not so bad. But this person's energy is actually quite good too, because what they're coming out of is the sun. The sun is where they're coming from, and I think that this is showing us that they, I see this as a time frame where this person could have had a breakup, right? But it's been a while, and they're like in the mood to start something new, fresh. Because the energy that they're in when you guys meet is going to be really positive, upbeat, enterprising, really good and established when it comes to self-esteem, and very positive and playful. So it's like this person might see see love and dating and relationships like that as like like a big new adventure. So when they meet you, they might be like, awesome. Yeah, I've met somebody. I can't wait to meet, to meet with them more. I can't wait to talk to them more. This is so exciting. I've met somebody so new and interesting. So that's kind of like what I see with this. It's very positive, very upbeat. You're going to feel very safe and content with this person because they're like speaking your language. They're playing to where you feel comfortable. So I see it. I think it's quite positive. And it's funny because your first impression of this person is the Strength card. And it's like, yeah, this person's going to save the day. That's kind of what it looks like. This person's going to save the day. And you're going to see them as like, oh, they're so strong and so big, and this doesn't necessarily mean that, say, you're getting like mugged or something. This could literally be something like, I had to get something off the top shelf, but I'm only 4'5", and this person's like 7 feet tall, and they saved the day and got the thing from the tall space. And that would also be like, Strength card is like, oh, they're so big, they're so strong. But also it could still mean that maybe there's a situation where they have to like show their macho courage or something like that. And that's going to be like super impressive to you. You may like kind of like the princess damsel archetype. You might like to be that type. And I think this person is going to play to that. So when you meet them, you're going to just be so in awe of their strength and power and all that sort of thing. And it's obviously working for you because it's making you feel like that damsel sort of type. Their opinions of you, their first impression of you is going to be that you're the Six of Swords, which is like, like, oh, that poor person, they're healing, they're getting better. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm glad that things are safe now and they can get to the next part of things safely. And I help them across the river. And, so I think this person is kind of like enjoying the savior aspect of themselves as well. So you might be really kind of like, oh, you're so strong. Thank you, mister. And then this person's going to be like, I am so strong. Yes. It's funny because it's like you both have this, you may have these traditional archetypes or traditional ways that you see yourselves in relationships, and it works for both of you. So it's like you want the provider, this person wants to provide. It's going to balance out, I think, and I think it's going to look quite good. Now, the benefits of this relationship are going to be like the pros of it are going to be a little interesting because I have the Five of Swords as the pro. Can we clarify the Five of Swords for the pros of this relationship? Judgment. I feel like for some of you, the pros of this relationship might have like nothing to do with like how you're treated, but maybe a benefit that comes to you as a result of this connection. Like, how to describe what I'm seeing here? Because Five of Swords talks about getting something, winning something. It's usually not by honest means, but I don't think that that's necessarily the case here. I think that this could say that you use your connection to this person in a way that gets you some kind of justice or some kind of, how to describe it? Because like judgment is like karma, right? The Judgment card is a karma card. It's talking about reaping what you sow. So it's like if somebody screwed you over in the past, the benefit may be that you can rub that in their face that things have worked out for you is one way that I could see this. Another way that I could see this is that, if somebody did you wrong, simply knowing this person is going to somehow get even. It is kind of vengeful. If you're someone who has a lot of drama where you're like still mad about other people and what they've done, it does look like this person may somehow satisfy your desires to show them, like, I'll show them all, or satisfy your desires for revenge or getting back at somebody, which isn't the most healthy, by the way. And I guess if this is, but this is going to be like the biggest bonus of this relationship for you because it's the pros. So maybe you'll get closure for something someone else did to you because you can show this person off. So you might actually be kind of using this person as arm candy, which I would advise against. But I feel like this is going to be short lived. Like, you'll be super into this person. You'll start dating. It'll be like maybe a year and this would probably wear off. But like within the first 6 months, you may be like insanely proud of yourself and like showing this person off to all your friends and making sure that they're in every Instagram picture and every Facebook picture, and you're going to tag the crap out of them, and you're always telling everybody about them. And it's like word will spread. And, maybe if you have an ex that you have beef with still, this may be, something that it's like, you're like, yeah, now they know and I can tell they're jealous and blah, 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 blah. But I think that eventually this will wear off, hopefully. It's not the most mature energy, but if this is what you need for closure, then you're going to get it. But then hopefully after that, you'll find the pros to be, that this person has great qualities that are very, they're very compassionate or caring or something like that. But the biggest thing that you're going to be taking away from it within like the first year is that you're going to like, take everyone's face and like, you guys said I'd never date anyone again. Yeah. Rub their face in it. But hey, that's a pro, I guess. If that's something that you think would make you feel happy in the moment, I think it'll happen. But the cons, we have the Page of Pentacles. Cons for Page of Pentacles is almost like, let me get another card for this one before I say anything. Can I clarify the Page of Pentacles? Okay, yeah, Two of Swords. Okay. I think that this isn't that big of a problem. However, it is a con. So I think, because I asked for a con, so it gave me a con. This could be the most perfect relationship ever, but I simply asked for a con just for clarity on what things are. So this con could literally be the size of Mount Everest, or it could be the size of, a grain of sand. It really just depends on how you view the thing, your personal situation, because this is like 1,000 people or something probably watching this over time. So you don't want to make, you don't want to see that, you don't want to think that this is like a big failure. I asked for the con, so the cards gave me the con. That's all this is. It doesn't say anything about like anything bigger than this, but you may have moments in time or moments in the relationship where you feel like, they don't care, or they're not totally interested, or they're not taking your problems as seriously as you'd like them to. And that's basically the long and short of it. So this person may not want to step up when it comes to like drama. If you have any interpersonal, if you're prone to get enemies where you're, people have to pick sides and stuff like this person may not really be interested in taking sides. They may just be like, I don't, sorry that you're going through this with your friend, but I'm not going to sit here and like, trash talk them, use my entire evening to trash talk them when I could be, doing something I like doing and not, just belittling somebody else, so if that's the case though, and this might be something that that you're prone to doing, if you're prone to doing this person's not going to be receptive to it. They're not going to want to, partake in this because it's a waste of time, in their opinion, to be angry or to be focusing on this. This person is kind of like, with the Nine of Cups, this person likes to focus on the brighter side of life. They want to focus on making friends, not losing them. They want to focus on, enjoyment and pleasure and things that are fun. This person wants to make sure that like every chance that they can get to be happy, they will be happy. They choose to be happy. This person is the type that probably has the mindset of, happiness is a choice. That mindset of that, like you can be in crappy situation, but you can also be, you can still be happy in bad circumstances. So this person is always going to choose happiness over negativity. So that might be where you guys differ, because maybe you find it cathartic to like vent and, bitch and moan about drama and things like that. That might be something that feels good to you. That might be something that gets the stress off you. But this person isn't going to be doesn't deal with their problems in that same way. So there is a difference there. It doesn't mean that it's a failure. It doesn't mean that this is even going to be the hugest deal breaker in this relationship, but it is saying that it does exist here, and this may be an issue that you both have to work on. But like, of all the things it could be, you know, you're not getting abused, you're not being hurt or physically harmed, you're not being cheated on, you're not getting any of these things. Might be just that you guys, potentially, just don't agree on how to handle personal drama the same way, and that's all it is. That's what I see. So I want to thank you guys for watching. If you want to get a private reading with me, you can catch me down in my Etsy shop down below. That's in the description box. Also, if you're interested in daily readings, I do daily card pulls on Instagram through Reels. So if you want to get some kind of like daily update on what's going to happen for your day, you can find it there. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe, or at least check to see if you're subscribed, because, there's no way, you probably may not even realize you never subscribed to me, but I'm still on your feed. So if you could double check that, if you like my work, you can also just subscribe now and if you're new. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to move on to group 3. Hi, group 3. This is for those of you that picked the Gregory Scott Tarot. This is your reading. So let's ask about your next relationship. Who is this person? And what will the relationship be like? Oh, hello. I'll start there. Okay. Wow. All right. This is interesting. So this person, we have a fire sign here with the wands. It doesn't have to be a fire sign. It could be anything like that. Just could be, fire related, like Martian energy, perhaps very active energy. But there, if that's, but they could still be a Leo, Sagittarius, or an Aries. Doesn't have to be though, but could have it somewhere in the chart. But the Ace of Wands indicates somebody who's a bit of a go-getter, someone who's very creative as well. So this person could be interested in making things, doing things. They could have great self-esteem, by the way, though, with the Ace of Wands. This is like somebody who's usually got a good hold on themselves, know who they are. They also know what they're capable of. And it's a very positive, very assertive sort of energy. This person will probably be very direct. They'll tell you what they mean to say, and they'll say it very clearly. I think this person's also very passionate in nature. So like they may, and this is like passionate in like I was going to say passionate in like the stereotypical Italian kind of way, where it's like, you get in fights when you're mad and then you go to the opera and cry, that sort of thing. Like, like that's kind of what I'm thinking. Somebody who's not afraid to feel. That's a big part of this with the Ace of Wands, is somebody who's not afraid to feel feelings. They're not afraid to cry. They're not afraid to get mad or express themselves. They're a very expressive person, I want to say. Very, very passionate. Like this person, it's like they might, when you see them, I don't know how to describe it like this, but I don't know why I'm describing it like this, but it's like this person is alive. They are experiencing life to the fullest. Every heartbreak, every laugh, every bit of joy, this person's experiencing it with their whole heart. So it's like a young soul energy. Like this person came to this earth to learn how, not how to feel, but to experience things. So this person has a lot of vitality, a lot of chutzpah, and very powerful. Now, ouch. I think that you guys will be meeting potentially, you could be meeting in a debate or some sort of argument situation. Maybe your first encounter is an argument or some kind of legal issue, because the Knight of Swords is here. This can be police officers or soldiers. This can be cops. Knight of Swords can also be a person that you guys are introduced through. This could be a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius. It's more Gemini energy than anything. So it could be like a nasty letter somehow. Like, it's very strange that this is your relationship. It kind of starts off sort of like, kind of seems like a rom-com, like where you guys meet and you're enemies at first, but then you like start to become more closely related, like friends. Which is interesting, but it could also be some kind of legal situation, a fender bender, maybe. I'm going to take a Lenormand card to kind of see the moon as a location. It could be at night. One more card to show me where. Okay, so I got the whip. The whip is an argument or some kind of, no, it's an argument. I don't know why you guys are meeting through an argument or like a debate or something. And it looks like it's at night. It looks like it could be a fender bender or something, because we have mobility with the Knight of Swords. So it could be like a fender bender or like maybe they pull you over. Because this is discipline. This is a discipline card. I wonder if this person's like a cop and you get pulled over and maybe you start crying and then you get sympathy or something. But yeah, this looks like something kind of like that. You're getting scolded for some reason when you meet this person. Interesting. So when you meet each other, the energy that you'll be coming out of is the Hanged Man and the Queen of Cups. This person is coming out of the Hanged Man energy. So they probably weren't looking for anybody. They probably were just doing their job every day, getting up, doing things. They could have had a relationship and maybe got divorced or something, or they just were in a long-term thing that they just split off of because they're like, and now with this Hanged Man energy, it's like, whatever comes my way, whatever. I don't really care. There's not much I can do. It's almost kind of like they might have given up on relationships for a short while there, and that's kind of where they're at. So I don't think that they were looking for you when they find you, which explains why maybe you guys are in an altercation as your first encounter, because it's not like dating. This isn't a dating scene. You're not going to meet them at a party. You're going to be in some kind of argument or something, or maybe it's not you necessarily. It could be somebody else that you're with that gets in trouble with the police or something, and maybe you're just kind of like along for the ride, literally. But the energy that you're coming out of is the Queen of Cups. So you actually there's a lot of sadness coming from you. So maybe for some of you, you guys could be widows, or you could have lost somebody in a really difficult way. Maybe they're not passed on, but it could have been something that was just a really hard loss. And I think that that might be showing up here as well. That's why I'm thinking that, maybe you guys are coming out of a really, really, really hard separation after something. So it could be really painful. And so like maybe you weren't really looking for anybody either. Can I see Queen of Cups? Clarify the Queen of Cups, please. 10 of Swords. Yes. You guys have been through 9 of Swords. You guys have been through it. Like, you've been through the ringer. So yeah, that's the energy that you're coming out of when you meet this person, and you could still be in it probably by the time you meet. So yeah, whatever you've gone through currently, the energy you're in currently is really heavy, depressed, maybe sick even if it's not like a breakup or anything. You could be coming out of a place where you've been sick, emotionally or mentally or physically. So yeah, you've had a pretty hard time, honestly, and I think that it's really apparent here. Your impression of this person, honestly, your first impression of this person is that more of like an experience you're having, which with the Five of Cups makes sense, especially given the narrative I see here at the top. It's that you are looking at this person as the glass half empty. So they come along and you're like, oh man, I got a ticket. This sucks. That guy's a jerk. So there is a bit of pouting that is like your first impression is of how this person makes you feel. So you're like, I can't believe they did that. What a jerk. So let me see. Can I clarify the Five of Cups? Four of Cups. Yeah. It's not that you guys are like super bothered or like distraught or anything like that. But like I said, I don't think you're going to know that this person is going to be anybody that you'll be dating at any point, or you don't consider them or something like that. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah. So that's what it looks like to me. And it looks like your impression of this person is more about how you feel. Your impression of them is Four of Cups. So it's like you don't even notice them, to be honest. This person's first impression of you is very aware. Like you have the Ace of Swords for how they perceive you. Oh my God, I'm having all sorts of biological things going on, like yawning and sneezing. But Ace of Swords kind of is like an aha moment, like what? Oh my goodness, this person. They're so sharp with their tongue, or they're so smart, or I know this person, but they don't know me. Like this person might know you. Because Ace of Swords is very like, you, that person, I know that person, So I think that, maybe you guys went to high school together or something, and you don't remember them, and they remember you. Maybe that's a possibility as well. Another way though that I could see this, by the way, is fireman. Could be a fireman. So it doesn't necessarily have to be like a police situation, but I'm just getting that the situation that you guys meet in is not stellar. It's not great. There's trouble, but I think that this person could be there to, change that, for whether or not you're the one getting a ticket, or whether or not this person is like putting out your toaster oven or whatever. But yeah, so your first impressions are sort of weird. It's very, like I said, it's very rom-com, that because this is not a standard connection. It's not a standard meeting. But the pros of this relationship are revitalizing, basically, because it's so funny with the Gregory Scott Tarot. His death card is like a little happy valley, little happy field of flowers. So there's a revitalizing energy to this relationship. It's going to be the biggest pro of all of them. That's like the biggest thing in this is it's going to revive you. It's going to transform you. It's going to basically take your life and kind of change how you perceive it as well. And it's just really clear here. Can I clarify the death card? Judgment. The Tower. Very life-changing. Very life-changing. This is going to be totally different, totally new. You are not going to see yourself the same way after this. You're not going to see them the same way after this. And it's a pro. This is the positive. So this doesn't mean that this is a horrible like change of opinion. It's going to be like, aha, oh my God, I see the world completely different now. Especially with Judgment and Tower. Judgment and Tower are both wake-up calls. So this person is going to be a wake-up call. Like maybe you realize you weren't living life to the fullest. Maybe you weren't, you weren't acting like the person you wanted to be. Maybe you had settled into a pessimistic attitude and allowed yourself to be, you've succumbed to negative thinking or succumbed to your own depression or something, and you realize that maybe you have more control over that, and you have more control over this situation than you realize. So I don't think this person is going to wave a magic wand and make all these problems go away. I think that this person is going to, teach you their philosophy on life. And it's going to be really important for you to know this person. This is probably very, very, we're all connected by karma. There are no non-karmic relationships. You're going to have karma with the people that you see every day at the gas station. But this one looks like, if you had to quantify how much karma, there's like a bathtub of karma, and the person you meet at the gas station is like a Dixie cup of karma. This is a bathtub of karma, even a pool maybe. But there's a lot here connecting you guys. This person is here to teach you. So this is going to be interesting. Ace of Cups, though, as the con. And don't get upset if there's a con. I asked for a con because I like balance. And so when I ask for a con, they give me a con. I ask the cards for something, they give me the answer, regardless of whether it's, a huge issue, or a really large issue. So since there's a lot of you watching, this is going to be varying sizes of importance. So, Ace of Cups as a con may show a lot of emotional activity, like crying. This may show that, and that's the thing is when you're in this situation with this Tower and this Judgment card, there's going to be a lot of emotions. You're kind of going through a healing process. So if you don't like crying, get the tissue boxes. You're going to be snotting and snorting all over the place, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. Ace of Cups is, also maybe indicating that there's a start that's delayed, like some kind of emotional start that's delayed. And maybe that's just the stage before you guys get together, I suppose, that this might be saying that there's a delay there, or there could be some kind of emotional situation that keeps you from each other. It doesn't necessarily mean that this person's going to break your heart, though. Okay, clarify the Ace of Cups. I have Eight of Wands, which is funny. I knew this card would come out. I do see distance, though. I do see distance. I also had the Page of Cups here as well. The cons. Expression of love may not be as, not saying it's not there. It may not be what you want. It may not be in the language you want, This person may be someone who likes to gift people things like jewelry. Maybe you're someone that needs more verbal communication. Because Ace of Cups and the Eight of Wands, but Eight of Wands in a challenge setting like this is also delays. And I think that might be what this is, delays and maybe affection, delays in the way you guys communicate your affection. There might be a learning curve for the both of you, and that's about it. It's not necessarily the end of the world. So I don't think you need to be too concerned with this con. I don't think it's going to be that big a deal. I think you've seen worse, to be honest. So this isn't going to be like a huge problem. But yeah. I don't think this is bad. I think it's very dramatic. You could probably write a book off of it. But yeah, this is going to be a transformational relationship. So that's what I'm seeing. Group 3, I want to thank you for watching. If you like my content, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you think you're subscribed, can you check to see if you're subscribed? Because you might not be. If you want to get a private reading with me where it's just me and you one-on-one, and this is all about you and no one else, you can get that from me in my description box. My Etsy link is there. And lastly, I've started doing daily readings on Instagram. I have like a quick 1-minute reading that I do every day, every morning. And you can it's kind of like your weather forecast for the day, where you just pull one card for the general audience and you can kind of get a vibe for what's going on. And from my experience, it's been kind of accurate, weirdly. Like I'll be uploading them that day and I'll be like, oh my God, that happened to me. You know, it's just kind of strange because I'm reading them for everyone else, but it's still like applying to me. In any case, you can check those out on my Instagram account. You can find that in the description box as well, or you can go to Instagram and look up Snow City Tarot and it's there as well. I want to thank you all for watching, and I am gonna close out the video and see you guys later. Bye now.